Hey guys, today I'm in The Sims 4 working on the double duplex for Willow Creek. Let's get into it. Okay, so the first thing that I need to mention is that in the last video, I kept calling these guys the roomies. They're not the roomies. That's a different friend group in a different part of the game. These guys are the BFFs. And I don't know why I kept doing that the whole entire video. That is so annoying. But they're the BFFs. And they are three characters that are based on My Sim characters. The My Sim games are like kids sim games, like little kids sim games from, I don't know, maybe the early 2000s, maybe 2010, somewhere between 2000 and 2010, I think. I don't know. I never played it. I think maybe my niece and nephew had the game when they were little. I don't know. At any rate, they are based on characters from that game. And I did look, and yes, his name is Travis. Travis and Liberty are nerdy types, and Summer is like a jock, athletic type. And so I decided to start with Travis, and I leaned heavily into the messy bachelor, doesn't care about home decorating. He's like a scientist, and I'm gonna have to go back and fix the door on his second bedroom, the smaller bedroom, because it's not centered. And it's annoying me to look at this video. How did I not realize that the whole time I was decorating? That it's not centered the way it is in all the other apartments. The other thing that I realized while I was decorating Travis's apartment was that these apartments are actually pretty big. The bedrooms, the kitchens, the dining room area are good size, but the living rooms ended up being huge. And I kind of regret that, but also I didn't want to go back and alter it. So I did end up leaving it. One of the problems I have in my game all the time is that the BFFs never get married, they never move, they never get partners, they never have children. They live on this lot and they die on this lot as single Sims, right? And so I thought that having family apartments here might, and separating them in their own apartments might encourage like some more gameplay progression from them. And also, I'm going to be putting a family in next door to Travis. So I put Travis in this end apartment here, closest to all the other houses in Foundry Cove. Then next to him is going to be a family. I don't know really who they are yet, but it's going to be a little family, and then it'll be Liberty and then Summer on the far end. And again, I think I'm going to have the land grabs own this lot as well as the one next to this to rent out all of these apartments and be like the property owners, because I don't know. I just feel like that if apartments were part of the base game, or if the land grabs had come with the apartments expansion pack for rent, uh, they would definitely be the default owners of all apartment buildings. I just feel like that's how the game would have went. And it feels fitting for them. But yes, this is Travis's apartment. There's not much to say about it. I leaned very heavily into the single bachelor, doesn't care about fashion, doesn't care about decorating kind of lifestyle. He put the rug in the middle of the floor. He put his computer desk right next to the couch and TV. You know what I mean? I don't know if it's a real thing or if it's just something that TV has played up, but I ran with it. So his apartment is actually very sparsely decorated, and this one is gonna be kind of a little bit the opposite of that. So this is the apartment that the family is living in. I don't know, like I said, I don't know anything about this family yet. I haven't really picked them out in my mind. I don't have a story for them. I don't even know if it was a good idea to put a family in here, like to split these three single sims up. And when you start up the game, by the way, the BFFs are not friends, they're only acquaintances. So they're not even BFFs, which is weird. You would have thought that they would have at least made them friends, but it's like they just plopped some random Sims down in the game as right out of cast and then left them. I don't know. Maybe when they updated the houses, they changed that. I haven't actually checked on that, but last time I checked, the BFFs are not actually friends when the game starts up. So, I don't know if it's gonna be a good idea or a bad idea to put a family here in between them. But I feel like most of the other houses, oh no, I guess not. Yeah, okay, most of the other houses in this neighborhood do and or will encourage families to live here. They're not like single bedroom houses. We have the one down on the end, Crick Cabana, which is a tiny house, and that will be a one bedroom house. I am considering putting apartments on the lot across the street from this one. Excuse me, my nose is really stuffy this morning. It's making it hard to breathe and to talk and to swallow for that matter. But I am thinking about putting an apartment building, like a full on actual apartment building, in that empty lot across the street from this one. I guess I could do a few. How many apartments? I think we can have 6 in total. So I could probably do like 2 efficiency type apartments and then I don't know. Actually, I could do like 4 studio or efficiency type apartments. I don't know what they're called these days. I don't think we're calling them efficiency apartments anymore. I think they're just studios now. So I could do like 4 studios and 2 bedroom homes, but that doesn't necessarily mean they have to have, or apartments, I mean. That doesn't necessarily mean they have to have families in them, but they could. And that would really flesh out this neighborhood. So it if I do end up doing that, this family living here amongst the BFFs won't be as weird, and the BFFs living here won't be as weird either. Um, but yeah, I don't know why I made them so big. I just wanted them to fit in with this part of this world. Long, narrow homes, but rentals, because I feel like that fits Foundry Cove better. All the homes are, well, a lot of the homes are rentals, not owned homes. You know what I mean? And they are. There's only one owned home, 2 owned homes, excuse me, but one full size owned home. The other is a tiny home. And that gets me thinking I should do a trailer park somewhere. I guess we'll keep that one in Oasis Springs. I always thought it would fit well in this world as well, but there really isn't anywhere to easily put it, is there? It would have been nice if there had been kind of a larger lot on the outskirts of town that we could have done something like that, but you don't always get everything you want, so you work with it, what the game has available, right? But yeah, this is the family's home, and since it is so big and we have so much room, I was able to do quite a bit in here, actually. Now that I'm thinking about it, the kitchen might be a little bit on the big side, but it's fine. What I'm saying basically is I have a lot of regrets with this build, but also I still really like it and I think it's cute, so I don't want to change it either. So I don't know. I feel pulled in two directions on this build, but I'm liking how it turned out. Oh no. Okay, I see why we couldn't make the kitchen smaller because the dining room is already fairly small. And I do want each of these apartments to have two bedrooms. And in order to have enough dining spots for everyone, typically in a two-bedroom house, you would have a bare minimum of 3 Sims, right? Unless you're like me and you use the entire lot for the BFFs. But aside from that fact, you would generally have Sims that have at least 3 in the family, and you would need at least 3 spots to sit at around the table, and that takes up a lot of room. So that's why I made the kitchen as big as it is, because the dining room had to have some size to it in order for the Sims to be able to use it. And also, now that I'm looking at that dining room, which you can't see on the screen anymore, but I just caught the very edge of it, is I don't know that they can get between the chair and the bookcase to get to the kitchen. I'm definitely gonna have to play test this one before I upload it, but we are getting very close to the end. I don't know why I slowed down so much here. Maybe this was when I started not feeling well. I was not feeling well again last week. There are so many reasons why I don't feel well so frequently. I do catch a lot of colds. I do. I also probably have pretty bad allergies as well. And we've had some really rough allergy seasons the last few years around here. I don't know if it's because of the type of plants we have around here or what's going on. I know also that as I've gotten older, my allergies have gotten a lot worse too. So, and allergies can make you feel sick. A lot of people don't realize this, but you can feel feverish and sickly with allergies just like you can a cold. You might not necessarily run a fever, but you can feel feverish and stuff. So it can be kind of miserable sometimes. Um, but then, I'm a girl, cycles. I also have this underlying medical condition, and it doesn't technically have flare ups or anything, but there are definitely times when my symptoms could be worse and times when they're not bothering me as much. And oh, the times when all the things hit at once, let me tell you. Those are the times I usually disappear for 2 weeks and don't make any videos or do anything because I can't even get myself up out of the chair, off the couch, or whatever. But yeah, I was not feeling the greatest for a few days last week. Girl issues, if you will. And um I was trying really hard to get this done anyways, but it just didn't end up working out. I didn't end up live streaming or anything because by Saturday I was in a lot of pain and stuff. So, yeah, we're almost done with the speed build though, and then we can do the walkthrough. So, just a few finishing touches on like decor pieces to liven this place up. And then we are... Oh yeah, I forgot the trash cans. I always forget trash cans. How do I always forget trash cans? Come on. Okay, now we're done. Let's get to the walkthrough. And here we have Travis's apartment, a great living room for friends to hang out in, play video games, just chill. I don't know, whatever they want to do, I guess. It's a fairly good sized space. He's got a game system here, so yeah. The dining room probably is not going to get used much, but it's here if Travis and his friends want it. And then he's got this good sized kitchen. He's a little messy. He needs to clean up, but it's okay. I did give him, and let's fix this, because otherwise this will bother me and I'll probably forget about it again. I did give him a robotic making station. I don't know if he cares about that kind of thing or will use it, but it's here for him if he wants it. And then, of course, we have his bedroom. He needs to pick up his laundry. He's kind of a messy boy, but I did give him a few decorative pieces in here, at least, to kind of give him, I don't know, a little something in his bedroom. I was really leaning heavily into the messy, no decorating bachelor on this one because I didn't know what else to do for Travis. I really don't know him that well, and I don't ever really play with him in the game, so. And then we have the apartment next door that I decorated for a little family. It could be two parents, it could be a single parent, doesn't really matter, but there's definitely an infant who is maybe about to be a toddler in this home. So there's lots of kids stuff around for them to play with. Yeah, it's a cozy living room. This family definitely likes decorating and they love plants as well. So I made sure to give them a stand by the big front window to put lots of plants on here. They have a nice dining space. They should actually be able to get through there. It looked weird during the speed build portion, but looking at it from this angle, they should be able to get in there. Plenty of room to make lots of wonderful family meals here in the kitchen. Then we have the infant's room here, very colorful. I saw this chair here, this bear chair here. And I saw all the different colors on it, and I thought, you know what, I'm gonna lean into that and just do a very colorful nursery. And then we have the adult bedroom, very cozy, very calming, very relaxing. When you have little kids in the house, you need a calming, relaxing space to retreat to at the end of the day. And that's kind of what I went for in here. I did go with green. I'm sorry. I know I said I was going to stop decorating with so much green. I don't know what's wrong with me. I think it's because it's summer. But I did allow them to repaint the bedrooms. I said I wasn't going to, but I have no idea why I picked pink and purple to paint the bedrooms with in the first place. So I'm allowing the tenants to repaint. And there you have it, the first two of the double duplex, the first two apartments of the double duplex for Foundry, Cove, and Willow Creek. Come back for the next one where we will decorate apartments for summer and Liberty. Hopefully you enjoyed this video. If you did, don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!